If you're thinking about moving to Vero Beach and you're wondering, what are some of the fun things to do in Vero Beach? Then this video is for you. And hey, you never know. Number one could even change your life.
Hey guys, welcome to Living in Vero Beach. I'm Zach, and this is my amazing wife and partner, Tonya. Whew, man, and it's bright out today.
Yeah.
We run a local real estate team here in Vero Beach in Sebastian, Florida. Now, if this is your first time visiting our channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell to be notified of when we post new videos every Thursday. We dive into everything there is to know about living in Vero Beach and Sebastian, Florida. You see, we get a lot of calls from people who want to know more about the area, and you know, we love it.
We do.
So reach out to us anytime and we'll personally answer any questions you have. Now, our contact information will be in the comments below. And with that being said, let's get started.
It's no surprise that more people are moving to Florida than any other state. And with so many reasons, I mean, we've got the sand, the sun, the lifestyle, just to name a few. A lot of people move here for the major attractions to Orlando or thriving cities like Tampa. But then there's little old Vero Beach. Now, Vero's not considered a major destination here in Florida. You know, there's no big attractions.
No, there's no major touristy things to do here. And you won't find a row of themed restaurants or hotels. In fact, there are no high-rises allowed, except for there's two residential condo buildings here. They got snuck through a loophole in Vero's height restriction code way back in 1973.
Yeah, just before I was born.
Yeah.
Nope, no gigantic spring break concerts here on the beach.
Nope.
So if you're on the hunt for a city with like non-stop nightlife and commercial tourist attractions, then this isn't going to be your place. But if you're looking for, you know, more of like an old Florida vibe and laid back kind of feel, you know, we've got enough nature and dining and nightlife just to keep it interesting, well, that's Vero Beach.
Yep. So what is there to do in Vero Beach that's fun?
Oh, we've got some things.
We came up with 6 things to do here in Vero Beach. Let's do it.
So number 6 is stay in one of the historic Driftwood rooms. This is where it all started. Although there's other hotel destinations on the beach like Gloria Stefan's Costa de Este and Vero Beach's Disney Resort, Waldo Sexton built the Vero Beach icon in the early 1900s, and the doors opened in the 30s. In 47, he added a restaurant known as Waldo's.
Yeah, now check this out, Tonya. It was built by eye. No actual blueprints were used. And it said that Waldo Sexton, he stood outside, he called out what he wanted to see, and the workers would just do it. You know, once it was complete, he filled the rooms with unique treasures from around the world. There's like this bell theme going on.
Yeah.
So you can actually ring the bells. Like there's a bunch of bells around. You can ring them if you want.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
You know, each of the original rooms has a different feel. It's just like stepping into history, and it's right on the beach. So the sound of the waves mixed with the unique architecture really just embody what Vero Beach is all about. It's sort of that relaxed, rustic feel.
Yeah, and the food is really good at the restaurant. There's a dining area that directly overlooks the beautiful Atlantic water.
Yeah.
And here in Vero, we often get that really beautiful clear aqua water color.
It's my favorite.
You look up at the hotel, this wooden handcrafted piece of history. It's a truly unique experience.
It's like one of a kind. It really is. So it's a great place for locals to even have a staycation.
Yeah. Number 5, the Environmental Learning Center. Now, if you've got a hankering to go kayaking or paddleboarding, and you just want to get into some nature and see some of the beautiful scenery that Vero Beach has to offer, this is the place, or one of the places to go.
Yeah, the ELC, as we locals call it, is a 64-acre piece of paradise. It's real Florida right here on the Indian River Lagoon. There's always something going on there, and it's a great place to bring your kids. As a mom, when our girls were little, I was always looking for something to do with them, and the ELC was an easy, cheap go-to.
Yeah, for sure. You know, but it's not just for young kids. It can be for young adults too, and adults. They've got a young entrepreneurs market and a middle and high school STEAM program.
Yeah.
They've got yoga classes. You know, recently they had this thing called a moon forest therapy walk. There's like bike tours, art shows, and just so much.
Yeah, the ELC offers something for everyone. It's absolutely beautiful.
It really is.
Number 4 is going to be the comedy zone. You know, they say that laughter is the best medicine.
Who says that?
They do. Them.
Oh, who's they?
Them. You know,
Oh,
those guys.
well, if that's the case, then the Comedy Zone is the place to be if you need some of that medicine. Located in the Riverside Theater, which is really just on the east side of the Barber Bridge.
Just like over
It's
there.
really a pretty location because you've got this big Riverside Park there, right on the Indian River Lagoon, and just down the street is the Museum of Fine Art and the Riverside Cafe.
Yeah, and on the weekends, Fridays and Saturdays, year-round, you can catch a comedy show, and at the inside, that's the Comedy Zone, there's always 2 acts going on. One is the opening act, and then the other is the headliner. And these acts are usually national, so we've got some good names that come through. Inside, we've got cabaret seating, there's an MC, so you can either go with a group of friends or your family, sit at a table, order some drinks.
Yep, and you can just kick back and just laugh. Now, if you get there early, there'll be a band playing with food and drinks being served. It's really a great place for a date night.
Hey, we should do that. We're totally due.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's get it on the books, okay?
All right. So it's important, though, to note that all shows have been postponed until late spring, so just keep that in mind. You know, we wanted to still put this on the list because it is a great thing to do here in Vero Beach, and we're really hopeful that it'll come back soon.
Yeah.
Number 3, charter a fishing boat. Now, this is a good time, and if you live here, fishing is just something that you're going to end up doing at some point. Kind of like if you live in Colorado, you're going to go skiing or snowboarding. Here, you go boating, you go to the beach, you go fishing, and there's other things too, like mudding and hunting for alligator, but or in golf. But we're going to talk about fishing right now. So, one of the best ways to go fishing is to go with somebody who knows where the fish are, so you can actually catch something.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're just not into getting all the gear together, or you don't have a boat yet, or you actually want to set the hook, or pull in a big one, you might need some help. So charter a fishing boat with a good captain. It's easy. There are actually several fishing charters here in Vero Beach and in Sebastian. Each captain has their own specialty. So whether you're looking for a big game fish like a sailfish, or you want to stay inshore and you want to fish for, say, a snook, and it's easy. Just do a quick Google search and you can find the right captain.
Now keep in mind that fish have seasons. So
True.
I mean, so just check first to see if the fish you're looking for is in season. And remember, tight lines.
Tight lines. Number 2 is visit McKee Gardens. Now, this is a must-do, whether you're a visitor or if you live here. It's so much more than just botanical gardens. It's a huge 18-acre tropical hammock, and there are exotic plants and flowers, art exhibits, events, even a new children's garden.
Yeah, so this guy Waldo Sexton and McKee, the guy that built the Driftwood, this guy McKee and him got together back in 22, bought this land with the intention of growing citrus. It was huge business back then here in the Treasure Coast.
Yeah, and actually, if you want some more history, read A Land Remembered. If you're a Floridian, get it. If you're not, if you want to move here, get it on audiobooks. One of my favorite books ever.
Yeah, even if you don't live in Florida, get the book anyway.
Get a little history.
Yeah, so anyway, this Waldo and this guy McKee, they're going to plant citrus, but the land was deemed too beautiful to use as farmland. So these guys hired a landscape architect to build out the layout of streams and the ponds and trails, while they went out and searched, Tonya, they searched for the most exotic flowers and the plants that they could find from all over the world.
That's right. And then, boy, you really know your history, Zach.
Well, so tell us about the flowers.
Okay, well, orchids are some of my favorite. So some of the most beautiful orchids and flowers, water lilies, and these beautiful fly-trapping pelican flowers were brought back. We've got beautiful wildlife there. It's a spectacular collection.
Yeah, and that's why McKee is listed on the National Register of Historic Places, and it's endorsed by the Nature Conservancy as a project of national significance.
So, in a nutshell, this is just a must-see.
Definitely, and this takes us to...
Number 1, walk the beach. Look for shells, sea glass. Maybe you'll find some treasure. That's actually another one of my favorite things.
About walking on the beach?
Well, yes, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about treasure. I mean, I do like to walk the beach, but if I can find treasure while walking the beach, that's kind of perfect.
Well, there's no better place that I know of to do that than right here on the Treasure Coast. And we love walking on the beach on a beautiful day. It's a great place to just get recharged and to relieve some of the stresses of life. And when the seashells are out, you can find some really cool ones. Like her mom makes these really pretty picture and mirror frames with shells found on the beach.
Yeah, she does. There are shark's teeth and sea beans and sea glass, all kinds of fun stuff. But the really cool thing is to find a silver coin from one of the Spanish ships that crashed here a long time ago.
Yeah, the reason why that you'll find those is because there was a hurricane that wiped out 11 Spanish ships back in 1715. They were loaded with gold and silver, and while they were sailing from Cuba to Florida, bam! A hurricane came through and sank them, and most of the crew and passengers, like 1,000 men. Now, when I say loaded, I mean tons of gold and silver. On just one ship alone, there were like 40 tons of gold and silver found, plus like 114,000 coins. What?
So you know why I like walking on the beach so much then. Although we personally have never found any of that particular treasure, believe it or not, it's more common than you may think. And that's why walking on the beach is one of our favorite things to do.
Yeah.
You know, you never know. It could change your life.
So there it is, and some relief too from the sun. Those are our 6 things to do here in Vero Beach. So get out there, have fun, enjoy the beauty and uniqueness of this wonderful place we call home.
Yeah.
Hey, and if you have something fun that would be a good addition to this list, please leave a comment below.
We hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you want more, definitely hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or you need some help, call the number that's popping up on your screen right now, and the email. It'll reach us directly. All right, guys, thanks again. We'll see you next time.
See you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday.